Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Mechanical Engineering Exams Made Simple. Friends, we know that the notification for TSPSC AMVI examination has been notified, and your examination is going to be conducted on April 23rd this year. Okay, still we are having more than 3 months of time so that we can complete the entire syllabus. I am offering online batches, friends. If you are interested, you can call me on 9912507633, or you can mail me at sridhar.bpelli@gmail.com. Friends, in this video, let us see some solved questions for your previously asked questions in the previous recruitments for your APPSC or TSPSC for automobile engineering of the assistant motor vehicle inspector. In an automobile engine, the temperature of the piston will be more at. So, he has given the locations. Is it at the piston valves or piston rings, crown of the piston or skirt of the piston? These are all the parts of a piston, friends. So, where it is the maximum more or? So, where? The question is actually at the crown of the piston. Why? Actually, the top portion of the piston is called a piston crown. Now, in an engine, the temperature of the piston will be more at the crown of the piston. Okay, so now petrol engine piston temperature is highest at the center of the piston crown and drops toward the top land. So this again, once again, various locations, top land and all these things, piston skirt, these are all the locations in the complicated structure of a piston. Okay, so your answer is at the crown of the piston. Right, friends? Next, second question. In a opposite cylinder, engine has, what is this? One crankshaft and one camshaft, two crankshafts and two camshafts. So normally the engine valves are operated by camshafts. What is the crankshaft? It is the power where we get the actual power. That's called also power at the crankshaft is also called as the brake power. But whereas the power produced in the cylinder is known as the indicated power. There are various losses in the elements, connected elements between the piston and crankshaft, like your piston rod, then your connecting rod, crankshaft, crank, bearings and pins, etc. So the power loss in all these mechanical parts is called the friction power. So indicated power minus friction power is going to give the brake power. Various efficiencies are also defined according to the heat power given by the burning of the petrol, and your indicated power generated in the cylinder, and brake power available at the crankshaft. Friends, okay. So here the question is, in an opposite cylinder, the engine has, is it one crankshaft and one camshaft, one crankshaft and two camshafts, one crankshaft and two camshafts, and two crankshafts and one camshaft? The answer here is actually B. Two crankshafts and two camshafts. Why? Let us see this. Okay, friends. So here an opposite piston engine is a piston engine in which each cylinder has a piston at both ends. So at both ends we will be having a piston with two crankshafts and two camshafts, because two pistons have to be run. So definitely it must have two crankshafts and two camshafts, and no cylinder head. There will be no cylinder head. We have to remember that. Now, each piston fires on each stroke, making this a two-stroke. Okay, the engine has no traditional valves. Normally, in any IC engine, we have cams, valves, camshafts, etc. But here in this, the engine has no traditional valves, cams or camshafts and head. So it's simpler and cheaper to manufacture. Because of the absence of all these parts, it is very cheaper to manufacture, assemble and operate. Now, the heat of combustion does not go to the cylinder head. Normally, the heat of combustion must go to the cylinder head. But this does not happen in this type of engine. But it goes to the opposing piston, which is more efficient. Now, petrol and diesel engine opposed piston engines have been used mostly in large scale applications such as ships, military tanks and factories. So the correct answer is 2. In a 4-stroke engine, each cylinder has how many valves? Is it 4 valves, 3 valves or 2 valves or 1 valve? Normally, friends, either an engine will have 2 valves or four valves, because on two sides, left side and right side, let us say, for example, okay, from the center. So some engines will have one inlet valve, one exhaust valve, and some engines will have two inlet valves and two exhaust valves. Now let us see the answer for this. A four-stroke engine cylinder commonly uses primarily two valves, one intake and one exhaust valve. So the correct answer is C. Totally two valves, one intake and one exhaust valves. Now let us see more. Now the valves are typically operated by camshaft. We know that the valves of an engine are operated by the camshaft rotating at half speed. Now the speed of the camshaft is very important. It is half of the speed of the crankshaft. If your crankshaft is rotating at 2400 rpm, your camshaft must rotate at 1200 rpm. For example, it has a series of cams along its length, each designed to open a valve during the appropriate part of an intake or exhaust stroke. A tappet between the valve and cam is a contact surface on which the cam slides to open the valve. So this is the operation of the valves. Now, number of exhaust manifolds in a V8 engine. So now, friends, various types of engines are there, like 4-cylinder engine, 6-cylinder engine, 8-cylinder engine. In the 8-cylinder engine, V8 engine is a very famous engine. So 8 is going to tell us about the number of cylinders. So V8 cylinder engine has a 8 cylinders. So now the firing order is also very important. So please check that. So we have talked about the firing order of a 4-cylinder engine, multi-cylinder engine, 1, 3, 4, 2, etc. and 6-cylinder engine. Like that, every multi-cylinder engine will have a proper firing order. That is the order in which the power stroke is going to take place in the cylinders, multi-cylinders. Now, the answer is number of exhaust manifolds in a V8 engine is 2. Let us see how it is. Friends, engines with their cylinders arranged in line usually have one exhaust manifold. What is the exhaust manifold? Actually, it must be a pipe which is carrying the exhaust gases. Similarly, you will have an inlet manifold also, through which the petrol air mixture comes from the carburetor in case of a SI engine, and it comes the air passes through the intake manifold through the valves into the cylinder in case of a diesel engine. Now, engines with V-type cylinder arrangements like V6, that means 6-cylinder engine, and V8, 8-cylinder engines have two separate exhaust manifolds, one mounted to each cylinder head. So that is the difference. So our answer is 2. Normally 1, but it is 2. In an IC engine, the approximate percentage of the combustion heat that passes to the cylinder walls. Actually, friends, there is a table, actually, right? So the element and percentage. Normally, out of the percentage of the combustion heat, normally 25% we will get as a useful work at the crankshaft, 30% loss in the cylinder walls, and normally 35% loss in the exhaust gases, and in friction we will be having 10% of the heat that is produced will be going as a friction loss. Now, what is the correct answer? Here, the correct answer is C, that is 30%. That is 30%. Okay, friends. Next, which part is not common between the petrol and diesel engine? Is it air cleaner, battery, clutch, or fuel injector? So, air cleaner, battery, clutch, all will be common to a petrol engine and diesel engine. But fuel injector is present in only the diesel engine, and in place of fuel injector, we will be having carburetor in case of SI engine. SI engine means petrol engine, spark ignition engine, because the combustion of the petrol air mixture is started or initiated with the help of a spark, and the diesel engine is called as a compression ignition engine. Why? After the compression of the only air at the end of the compression stroke, we are going to inject the fuel into the combustion chamber through an injector, fuel injector. So that is the correct difference between an SI engine, that is petrol engine, or diesel engine, that is CI engine. So let us mark the answer, friends. Right. Okay, friends, in this video we have discussed some questions based on your previous year questions, and we have analyzed those answers also for these questions also. We will be having regular videos, friends. So because of some other reasons, I was unable to upload videos for the last few days, but definitely because there was a festival also, right? So we will be having a regular uploading of the videos. So if you are interested for online coaching, still where we are having 3 months or approximately 2 or 3 4 days of time is still there. So we are going to complete the syllabus. Actually, it needs 170 to 180 hours of the coaching. So totally 8 chapters are there, 8 topics are there. Approximately, assuming that it is taking approximately 20 to 25 classes per topic, so we have to complete the syllabus within 180 to 200 hours. Okay, right, friends? So if you are interested, you call me or mail me on the numbers and mail ID which I am going to provide in the description box. Let us meet in the next video.